Greetings and salutations, sexy disciples. Thank you for joining us for our LoveCAST embarking our second orbit around the sun together. Where are you embarking to? Stay here. Hang out. Come on. There's people on the internet that want to see you. In fact, more people probably want to see you than want to see me. Hang out with me. All right. Christy Davila is here making dinner. Kelsey Blaine Gibson, hello. Michelle Vanderpool, Patty Pinkstaff, Dari Mills. Dari, I got your email, by the way. I'm going to be reading, I don't think there's a date for this yet, but Dari is writing a novel, and I'm going to read an excerpt for her on a Tuesday night. If there is a date for that set, please say so in the chat, but I don't believe there is yet. Hello, Emily Thatcher, Claire Bear Foster, Karen Oliver. Patty Pinkstaff, Svetlana, hello. Serona Farron, howdy ho, Disciplerinos. Awesome. Yeah, Meg Sampson, and hello, Terry. Good to see Terry back with us. All right, Craig Jackman on the Vaudacity typing keyboard. Arpegia Gordanier, hello. Christopher Farron, yo, man. Kathy B is obscenely early today. Well, splendid. Hello, Miss Christina Beelan. Not to worry, Ed Marsh. Glad to see y'all. And haven't missed anything yet. Just about to start the opening song, because Melissa Catano is here, and so are both my parents, Pam and Neil. Spencer Coates. All right. Oh, yeah. I've got the reverb on while I'm talking, and I don't know it because I can't hear myself. Put these... Oh, there he goes. Where are you going? Where are you going? He's going to just go just on the other side of camera is where he's going. Deep Sky Dude. What's up, man? So I bet Will is excited to hear that NASA has unequivocally chosen SpaceX to return humans to the moon. Of course, my inside guess is that Elon Musk probably said, if you don't choose and help us with funding, we're just going to beat you there anyway. And thus, the human frontier expands onward. Wolfus, bring your frontier back here. Come here. He's sitting 1 foot out of reach, just looking at me, of course, as he is wont to do. Well, Ned and Benny are here. Wonderful. Gonna open up tonight with a little bit of America. Yeah, that cat indeed. That cat in this 12 string sounding a little flat here. I will take it. All right. Yeah. Spencer dropping in the science news. Flew our first helicopter on Mars and synthesized some oxygen just based on what was there on the surface of the planet. So things are looking quite encouraging for the field of space travel and human endeavors, indeed. So things are going well, and the party can indeed start now that Don Emery is here. So I'm going to start out with Horse with No Name by America. On the first part of the journey, I was looking at all the life. They were plants and birds and rocks and things. They were sand and hills and rains. The first thing I met was a fly with a buzz, the sky with no clouds. The heat was hot and the ground was dry, but the air was full of sound. See, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. Felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La 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 la. After 2 days in the desert fun, my skin began to turn red. After 3 days in the desert fun, I was looking at a riverbed. In the story it told me of a whip that blow, made me sad to think it was dead. See, you've been through the desert on a horse with no name. Felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La 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 la. After 9 days, I let the horse run free, because the desert had turned to sea. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There were sand and hills and rings. The ocean is a desert with its life on the ground, and the perfect skies above. Under the cities lies a hard-made ground, but the humans who give no love. See, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. Felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La 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 All right. Yeah. Band named after my favorite country. The United States of America. No. Just band named after either of two continents. Never mind. That's just a lot more general than I intended it to be. Well, thank you, Claire Bear. Thank you. Now would be a great time to ask everybody to kick it out to the public. Click share like I'm doing right now. Damn, I didn't do that myself. I'm going to do it right now. Share typing live now. Post to Facebook. Sweetness. It is taken care of. Yeah. So I'm going to do a couple of requests tonight. I've got this nice little influx of pretty cool requests over the last couple of weeks. I am presently catching up with, and I'm probably going to hit several of those next week. I know off the top of my head, Ed Marsh has got a tasty one out there. So does Karen Oliver. Jason L. Rice, if you're listening, he usually joins more like 6:30. Diana Nicole also has a really sweet request in the works. Damn, I just got obsessed with this song Diana requested. Yeah, yesterday I just got like hooked on it. I couldn't put it down for like 3 hours in a row, and then kept on going back to it late at night. Wow. and many more. Oh yeah, Emily Thatcher is watching. Emily, I have Emily Thatcher's request ready for today. In fact, I feel like spontaneously changing up the order. Just because we're talking about it, I think I'll get Miss Emily's request right now. I was just reminded, a few people posted the first LoveCAST from 1 year ago. And yeah, I kind of got a kick out of watching at least the beginning of it. Funny, Ed Marsh. I'm not sure if you drink from a big bottle or if you are a Lilliputian. I was just making reference to Gulliver's Travels in conversation, I think 48 hours ago. And funny coincidence. Yeah, it was funny to see the beginning of LoveCAST number 1 from a year ago. I had done, just so I wouldn't like mess around with music and flipping and turning pages and stuff like that. I had taped together this huge, I could only call it a big plate of cardboard. I mean, it was massive. It must have been maybe like 4 foot by 4 foot. It was just huge and just off camera. And all the music that I had prepared was taped to this huge board. I mean, it took like an hour to put this damn thing together. It was just so ridiculously time inefficient. And you can see my eye line when you watch that first LoveCAST. Like some of the songs I'm down here watching the music. Some of the songs I'm like looking up here playing. Some of them I'm kind of like way over here. And yeah, the first song, if anybody was curious, was the Eagles. Was Take It Easy. Yeah, Dari, I would love to do at least like an outtake from Gulliver's Travels on some Monday night. The whole thing is epic. I mean, he goes to the land of the giants. He goes to the land of the tiny, tiny people. He goes to this third land that's usually edited out altogether. I don't think I've actually read it in its entirety since about 7th grade, but I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't find it so long now that I'm an adult. When in 7th grade, it took me like a month to read the whole thing for my English class, and it was not required reading. But I remember it being like this epic task to read the whole thing. But on the other hand, I think I had read Lord of the Rings a few times by that point. So, well, anyway. So, Emily also remembers reading Gulliver's Travels years ago. Sweet. So this one is Emily Thatcher's request. From the late 90s, there was a group called the New Radicals. And when she requested it, it actually threw me because the title of this song is You Only Get What You Give. But most people probably incorrectly remember, as I did, the title of as You've Got the Music in You. In any case, this is from Miss Emily Thatcher.
Dreamer's disease, age 14, we got you down on your knees. So polite, you're busy still saying please. Friend of me, so when you're down ain't you afraid. Every night we smash the Mercedes Benz. First we roll, then we laugh till we cry. It's falling, you cannot find the light. You feel your dreams die. Hold tight, you got the music in you. Don't let go, you got the music in you. Won't dance left, this world is gonna pull through. Don't give up, you got a reason to live. Can't forget, we only get what we give. 4 a.m. we ran a miracle mile. We're flat broke, but hey, we do it in style. The bad rich God's flying in for your trial. The winter night is falling. You cannot find a friend. You feel your dreams breaking. Just pray. Let go, you got the music in you. Won't dance left, this world is gonna pull through. Don't give up, you got a reason to live. Can't forget, we only get what we give. Whole damn world can fall apart. You'll be okay. Follow your heart. You're in harm's way. I'm right behind. You say you're mine. You got the music in you. Don't let go. You got the music in you. One dance left. This world is gonna pull through. Don't give up, you got a reason to live. Can't forget, we only get what we give. Don't let go, I feel the music in you. Don't let go. Fly.
Mickey Mooney. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, happy Thursday. All right. Mickey, are you coming to the burn this year if it happens? That's a good question. I'm just curious because it was. Oh, thank you, Emily. That is so sweet. Oh, you're just so sweet and so generous. Paul Carganilla tuning in on his drive home from work, I'm sure, wanting to know where the booze at. Well, I'm sure there's a bottle of something waiting for you at home. Oh, good. Mickey's planning on it. Well, that is splendid. Splendid. And are you going to have, I'm asking you like all kinds of details for feel free to just like disregard this in public, blah, blah, blah. But are you going to bring your little monkey? Because I haven't met your newborn yet. And, oh, that would be so neat. On the other hand, I could see not wanting to bring an infant to Burning Man. There's some definite wisdom in that. I wouldn't dare watch Hunter and comment while I'm driving. Yes, indeed. Sweet. Mini monkey in tow. That is wonderful. All right. Well, if there's any way that I can help take care of your little monkey and the newest member of our desert tribe when we're out there, putting it out there months in advance. Let me know. Let me know how I can help. Oh, Paul Carganilla says, I'm playing monkeys in the Cove tonight. Paul is doing In the Cove tonight. I didn't know that till just right now. All right, so tune in at 9 o'clock. I have just changed my post-LoveCAST Twilight hiking plans to make sure I'm in by a screen at 9 p.m. when Paul Carganilla does In the Cove tonight at 9 o'clock on the Vaudacity Network. And speaking of other stuff that I'm doing with Paul, tune in this Sunday at 9 o'clock, also right here on the Vaudacity Network. Mr. Carganilla and I are going to be doing our second duet show, Acoustics and Stones, and that will be, 9 o'clock this coming Sunday. I'm going to post a link for that probably tonight. I'll post it a few times, but I'll post the first one tonight as at the conclusion of this LoveCAST. Indeed, Benny. Skål. Yeah. Keep my hiking plans. Got to keep me in shape. No. I got to get me back in shape. Yeah, this is going to be, oh, man. Things are opening back up. I'm going to have my second dose of the vaccine tomorrow, unless there's some failing of infrastructure that makes that fall through. Probably in the next 48 hours, if not literally tomorrow. But tomorrow is plan A. I was just on this Facebook forum with a bunch of models, etc., this afternoon, right before the show. And there was this model who was trepidatiously inquiring about a couple of places that will be requiring vaccinations amongst all the models that they employ. And she was like keeping track of like, okay, which are the places, the studios and blah, blah, blah that are going to be requiring vaccinations. And meanwhile, I'm like doing the exact opposite side of the page where I'm going, wow, I need a pen and paper to write down all the places that are not requiring vaccinations because simply I will not go and work at those places. I would much rather continue to play music on the internet for this lovely group of people than take that kind of day job. That is out of my zone of comfort or science illiteracy. All right. I'm going to play... This next song came from Hello, Lone Christine. Straight from Vietnam. Miss Christine tuning in. That's lovely. And Paul says for the 3rd episode, we can actually be together. I have a car. That's awesome. Man. That is just, oh yeah. That is fabulous. 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 All right, so just because I'm feeling so zen and so emotionally open, this is a song reflecting some very pantheistic sentiments. This next song I'm going to play came from a local group. I heard them play on the Sunset Strip a few times. They were actually introduced to me by Miss Aubrey Richmond, who I know from playing fiddle with the Bootstrappers at Disneyland. Aubrey was not in this group. She just introduced me to this group. And went out and heard them a few times. There was this, like, I guess they were LA-based group called Poets and Porn Stars. And I always loved that group name. Well, they took that group name from this song that I'm going to play for you now. This is called Earthman.
We got bombs and we got guns. We got everything you could want. We got pleasure, we got pain, we got people here who think, and we'll say we're falling in the war with bullets and the law, with a kiss of love that heals it all. It's so pretty down here. It might move you to tears. It's so pretty down here. It might move you to tears. Poets and the porn stars, lovers and the diehards. Oh, man who didn't have a cause, and I never met a pervert who didn't have a broken heart, and I have, and I have,
Yeah, man, I wish that group was still around. I would love to share a bill with them, with Hunter and the Dirty Jacks, Poets and Porn Stars. That would have been a great bill. But yeah, tragically, they are no longer around. To my awareness, they're no longer around. But yeah, they had some really solid live performance chops and really good, at least one really good album. I don't remember if they had more than one album. I just remember that one. But yeah, they were only around for a couple of years. That song, that is my very edited take on that song. But it's quite recognizable to the original. All right. Jason Rice, are you out there watching? Thank you, Miss Kelsey Blaine Gibson. Thank you very much, darling. Throwing into the super chat. As did Emily a little while ago. And I also want to say, I'm not sure if I've thanked the folks that threw into the super chat on LoveCAST 51, so 2 weeks ago, but Nicole Pierce and Miss Roberta Acuna also put into the super chat on 51. And LoveCAST donor thank yous from 52 yet to come. So I was kind of blown away just by the holy crap coincidence. Okay, Jason's here. Sweet. Jason requested a really tasty Pink Floyd song. Hey, man, glad you joined us, brother. Thank you. Jason got his... Did you get your first shot yesterday? I might be confusing vaccinations and folks now, but suddenly, as I say it, I think I might be confused. No. I think Jason did get his first. Well, you can clarify that. He's probably madly typing right now to clarify. Jason requested a Pink Floyd song, and it's a really tasty one. Oh my God, do I love that song. It's one I was very, very familiar with. Pink Floyd from the, early 70s, as I recall that song. It requires a tuning, a completely different guitar tuning that I'm not accustomed to playing with, so I'm working it up. Hopefully I can knock that out for you next week. But in the meantime, he said got my second dose of Pfizer. Wonderful. That's even That's even better than the first. All right. Well, we are vaccine brothers. I also got Pfizer. So, Miss Lone Christine, thank you for your inquiry. So, PayPal is one option. Venmo is another option. And if you want, you can also just throw in to the Super Chat that goes by right here. There's Super Chat has a little delay before the funds come back to me, and Google takes a chunk out of it. But it is like any way you contribute is extraordinarily appreciated, and it all gets to me eventually. Hello, Ron Rice. Hello, Ron Rice. All right. And, we got 50 folks watching. If you look down at the bottom of the screen, if you haven't clicked that thumbs up, now would be a great time. Please do so. Ron, you are just in time. You are just in time for a Pink Floyd classic. So this song I'm about to play, the lyrics seem like it's referring to physical distance, but it's really just talking about a separation, an emotional separation between folks. And in this extraordinarily divided time that we live in currently, it seems more appropriate than ever. So, Ron Rice, yes, you guessed it. Ron guessed it. Fearless is the request that I'm working on for Jason. I'll probably hit it next week. It's in open G, and I don't typically play in open G, so I'm working that up. Hopefully, working that up for next week. In the meantime, God, I can't believe you nailed Fearless, though. Damn, Ron. I know Ron out of basic mutual music enthusiasm, as he's also a Mother Hips fan and just a all-around avid listener, so not terribly surprised that he would pick that out of the air. So, without any further ado, this is Wish You Were Here. So you think you can take
heaven from hell, blue skies from pale. Can you tell the green field from a cold steel rail? Smile from a veil. Do you think you can tell? Did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts? Hot ashes for trees, hot air for a cool breeze, cold comfort for change. Did you exchange a walk on par on the wall for a lead role in a cage? You were here. We're just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl, year after year, running over the same old grind. What have we found? Same old fears. Wish you were here.
Wow, I love that song. Man. It's like that's gotta be that's just gotta be like one of those ultimate campfire songs. And speaking of ultimate campfire songs, this is a great time to announce that in 2 weeks, we're going to be doing something a little different. So that would be for, LoveCAST 55. Ned Clark is going to be joining me for... he's going to play a song or two himself. Maybe he'll accompany me for a song. But I've played Ned Clark's Fall Canyon Trail on this show a couple of times, and I'm just really thrilled to have my first LoveCast guest coming up. It's funny, he and Benny messaged me, I don't know, a few weeks ago or something like this, saying, hey, we're going to be up there like at the beginning of May. Can we come and see a LoveCast in person? And at first I'm like, hell no. I'll be vaccinated by then, and so are both of you. Yes, we can. Yes, let's do this. Absolutely. Didn't even occur to me till yesterday that I should invite Ned to not just like hang out and watch, but actually play a song or three. So there you go. Join us again in 2 weeks for LoveCast 55. You'll get to see and hear the great Ned Clark and his basso profundo. He's got an incredible low bass voice, this guy. Just going to be blown away by what this guy does. I said campfire songs is the transition because I only was able to learn his song Fall Canyon Trail from literally listening to a really good recording that someone like Ron Rice did a recording of. There are folks that go out and just there are taper folks that go out and record live music and keep the Grateful Dead tradition of music of taped concerts alive and traded and circulating. So yeah, there you go. This Sunday, one more time, I'm going to plug, join myself and Mr. Paul Carganilla this coming Sunday at 9 o'clock for our second installation of Acoustics and Stones. And Ed and Susie are vaccinated also. That is fabulous, man. That is just, oh, that's fabulous. I'm going to have to take you guys on a hike or something. That is just tremendous. Yay, science. So the folks I want to specifically call out and thank for keeping the lights and the lights on and the cat bowls full. Last week, folks that gave to the virtual tip jar down here, PayPal and Venmo. LoveCAST 52 contributors were Michelle Vanderpool, Josepha Snyder, Ed and Susie Marsh, Ned Clark and Benny Shoyan, Joy and Ed King, Kim and Lauren Wilson, Nick and Christy Davila, Claire Bear Foster, Meg Sampson, Miss Emily Thatcher, and one anonymous donor. And then we also had, in conjunction, we had people throw into the Super Chat last week. I think it was 7 folks all together threw into the Super Chat. And Kelsey Blaine Gibson was first, as I think she was first tonight also. Miss Sirona Farron, Roberta Acuna, Emily Thatcher. Thank you. Martinique Folk. Man, you've got such a cool last name. I really wish I could pronounce this. Martinique Folcaringa. Wow, I think that's actually right. Is it Folcaringa? Don Emery and Miss Christina Beelan. So thank you all very much for keeping the full feline rebellion at bay. Keeping cat food in the bowls, which keeps the rate of bird and squirrel murder down to 0. Damn, it's getting close to 7 already. How? Where does the time go? Where does the time go indeed? There's probably an answerable question in there, something like entropy. But Nicole Pierce, Nicole, do you have some significant news to impart to the chat? I want to know if I read your Instagram post correctly right before the show. Nicole, do you have news to share with us? This is where I hope she's typing away. Oh, Emily says she does indeed. Nicole says, ha ha ha, yes. Anna says, congrats, Pierces. Nicole, what is your new news? I am with child. Oh, and she's not just babysitting. Congratulations. The world has a new little Pierce on its way. That is just... Wow, what a light at the end of the tunnel. We have vaccines. We have the world gonna kind of slowly open up as, well, I hope it slowly opens up. And we have a new Pierce to welcome to this world. Oh, that is such incredible news. Congratulations, you guys. Oh, congratulations. Yeah. All right. Ooh. I'm going to close tonight, in a few songs from now. I'm going to close from night with something different that I've never done on a LoveCAST. It seems like our first embarkation of our new trip around the sun together should bring in something that I've never done before to a LoveCAST, and but I'm gonna play another song or two before that. Last Saturday, Paul was asking me about original music videos that I had done historically, like some of the first couple of music videos that I had put out there on YouTube, and I was stunned that just the staggering coincidence that I had done a music video for Staff Sergeant Joshua Collins, who was wounded on his 4th tour of duty in Afghanistan. And the unfortunate epilogue is that I wrote this song for him and we did this music video for him when he was in bad spirits and in a military hospital in Afghanistan. He recovered from that wound and was later killed in action. And I'll be damned, in discussing that last Saturday, it turned out that Jamie Carganilla sang at his memorial. And of course, this is before I had met Jamie. This is before I'd ever even heard her name. I'm not even sure if Paul and Jamie were married yet. Were you married yet? I don't even know. This would have been in the fall of 2010, but I was at that memorial because at this point, Josh was a friend of mine, as was all of his family. I got to know his family really well in writing this song for him. So, yeah, and Jamie sang at his memorial. I couldn't believe when she threw that into the chat. But oh yeah, she's a cop. When he was between tours of duty, when he was back stateside, he joined LAPD, and he just flew through basic training. And so I believe, if I'm recalling this correctly, in his 4 tours of duty as a Marine in Afghanistan, he punctuated every single one of those by serving with LAPD, making 3 stints with the LAPD. And so basically he would come back and he would train the LAPD bomb squad. Every time he would come back, that would just be like the first thing that they would throw him into when he got back to Los Angeles. And he would, as he described it to me on the phone, he would just get everybody together in this almost informal gathering and say, okay, this is what we're seeing in the Middle East in terms of improvised explosive devices, IEDs. And it was one such device that would eventually take his life, unfortunately. But So this song is dedicated to Staff Sergeant Joshua Cullens, whose birthday actually would have been about 2 weeks ago. It was just pretty recently. In any case, Josh, I have no reason to think that you can hear me right now, but I'll always play this song as though you can. I stand guard over your bed, watch out for things to bite. Out here in the desert, bad things go bump in the night. Talking away, I never heard, chant their ancient rites. Year spans 20 months here, and 1,001 Arabian Nights. Some jump in first as a Marine, some serve LAPD. Some guys train the bomb squad, Josh Cullens did all three. Defusing explosives since he was just a pup. So if you see Cullens running, make damn sure you keep up. Well, like I was gazed forward to the devil's eye, rifle in hand, gas mask in reach, hurrah, battle cry. As long as his wheels turning, I'll keep step, I'll be a cog. I just need to hear you got my back, can't see home through walls fog. Your feet will never pound along, and soon we will sing welcome home, welcome home, welcome home, welcome home. On day of rest, on even ground, my days rolling down a slant. Like hearing from the ones we lost, and knowing that we can't. There's the way it's supposed to be, there's the way it is. I don't know whose way this way is, but God knows it ain't his. You never hear in poetry, read in the legends penned. No IED hurts near as bad as the one that hits a friend. Men I've known, brothers we lost, even a warrior's heart gets sore. But I will march beside you as long as there is war. Your feet will never pound along, and soon we will sing welcome home, welcome home, welcome home, welcome home. Your feet will never pound along, head first into the battle zone. They write your name in our country's tone, and soon we will sing welcome home, welcome home, welcome home, welcome home, yeah, welcome home, welcome home, welcome
welcome home. Welcome home.
Thank you, Nicole. I agree. I can't remember. There was a poet who said that each man dies 3 deaths. There's the first time that a person physically actually dies. The second is when all the people who ever knew that individual firsthand, when the last of them goes, then the direct memory of that individual is a second death. And then the third death is when any record of that person's existence, historical or otherwise, gives way to the dust of time. Of course, I said it was a poet that I can't recall, but hell, it might have just been out of Dune. Those the Dune series are more than deep enough to delve that far. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, darling. So, Craig, what? Okay, that's David Eagleman. Ooh, thank you. Thank you, David. Thank you, Craig, for attributing that to David Eagleman. I bet there was a parallel point made by Ray Kurzweil in The Singularity is Near, and I bet Ray Kurzweil extended that to what I described as a physical death, and then death of living memory, and then death of any form of record. That seems like a very Kurzweil kind of thing. A very Kurzweil sort of point. And if you don't know who Ray Kurzweil is, that's a fascinating dude to do a little Google search and read a Wikipedia article over. So, Paul is going to do In the Cove at 9 o'clock. We are not in a huge hurry to be exactly on time, but I'm just going to do a couple more for you here. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay. Feeling rather transcendental now after all that. I'm going to play this song because there was a group that came out in the 60s called Procol Harum. And I may have told a version of this story before on LoveCAST, but it was primarily the songwriters were two guys named Keith Reed and Gary Brooker. And one of the guys wrote the chord progression for this song by taking Bach's air, or rather a transposition of Bach's air on a G string, and he turned it into this chord progression. The lyrics came from literally the guy that wrote the words to this overheard a man he didn't know at a party say to a woman that he didn't know at that same party, just from across the room. He said, the bit of overheard conversation was purportedly, "Wow, you just turned a whiter shade of pale." And he said, "Man, I was just so envious. I so wished I had ever said anything that cool to anybody in my entire life," that he took that overheard phrase and wrote this song.
We skip the light fandango, turn cartwheels across the floor. I was feeling kind of seasick, but the crowd called out for more. The room was humming harder as the ceiling flew away. We called out for another dream, and waiter brought a tray, and so it was later, as Miller told his tale. Then a face that burns just ghostly turned whiter, shade of pale. She said there is no reason, and the truth is plain to see. But I wandered through my playing cards and would not let her be. 16 vestal virgins who were leaving for the coast. And although my eyes were open, it might just as well have been closed. And so it was later, as the miller told his tale. almost ghostly, turn wider, shade of pain.
Yeah. Thank you again, Miss Patty Pinkstaff, for your incredible generosity, because I'm just reminded as I looked up at the monitor that I have not one but two guitars that Patty Pinkstaff has given me over this last pandemic, and I never lose sight of such generosity. Thank you, Patty. So, as I said a little while ago, I'm going to like to close this evening doing something a little unusual. If anybody's joining us for the first time this evening, greetings and salutations. Thank you for joining us. And also to any newcomers, I always like to leave folks with a long shot of the fire, just so that it doesn't kill the chat right away. Because my single favorite element of doing these live casts is the community that is fostered and garnered. Tonight, I'm going to close it off after this last song instead of that long shot on the fire. This thing is called a tongue drum, named because it's made out of these tongue-shaped tabs cut out of the metal. It's made by a company called Happy, H-A-P-I. So I just want to invite everyone to say good night to each other the way that we do every week in the chat during this song, instead of the long shot of the fire in silence. So I will bid you all adieu presently, and remind you again to tune in at 9 o'clock for Mr. Paul Carganilla in the Cove. Also on Friday, I believe, we have the suggestion box. Also on the Vaudacity Network. And then, of course, Paulie's online variety show is going to rock an Elvis night this coming Saturday. And so, with that, I will close the evening with a song called Rhymes of an Hour. I'm